We're talking markets with Tommy Grisafi from ATI Pro Media. I'm Don Wick on the go today from Orlando and the CattleCon 24, the Cattle Industry Convention and Trade Show that is underway as we speak. Tommy, a busy week here, busy week in the markets as well.
Yeah, I swear you're on a cruise ship. So whatever, we'll go with that. You're at the cattle thing. Tell us what's going on there. Let's talk cattle. We had a massive update yesterday. They had to get the crowd pretty excited.
I got to tell you, first of all, this is a huge convention center, and you got one side that's the cowboy convention, so cowboy hats all over the place. There's a cosplay convention that's on the other side of the convention center. So if you want to see Harry Potter or an Aquaman or whatever else, whatever super character, you're finding them walking right next to each other at this trade show or this convention center.
That's funny. Where do you think you blend in there? Right in the middle?
No cowboy hat and no Harry Potter.
Are there thousands of farmers and ranchers or tens of thousands?
7,500 is the.
That's a big number.
It's a big crowd, not as big as Commodity Classic, but attendance is up this year, and obviously a lot of optimism, Tommy. When you take a look at this market, we're looking at a very strong cattle market, and we saw a cattle inventory report this week. We're looking at numbers we haven't seen since the early 1950s. You talk with folks here; they expect this cattle market to stay strong for some time. Folks from Cattle Facts talking here at this meeting, and they're talking. We still will see volatility, but again, very optimistic about this cattle market remaining strong. It's going to take some while to start replacing this cow herd.
Mm-hmm. I heard a good quote the other day on a show, Don, and what they said was that a big rain won't make the cattle herd bigger. You know, we always like, how'd the corn crop or bean crop or wheat crop get so big? Oh, it rained. It just perfectly timed rains. Perfectly timed rains won't produce more animals in the United States. We are the animal population's going down when it comes to cattle. Maybe the tonnage, the weight's going up a little bit. I don't know if you've heard any talk of that, but also there's a lot of we'll talk politics and stuff. There's a lot of pushback when it comes to regulation, farts, carbon. You hearing anything about carbon footprint and cattle, and any comments in that direction?
Sustainability obviously is a big push at any farm meeting you go at these days. And you go to this trade show, there's a lot of focus with all the major companies that have that sustainability type message. I would tell you the hot button issue that we're seeing at this meeting in particular has to do with electronic identification. There has been policy in the books with the National Cattlemen's Beef Association since last year supporting a voluntary electric ID type of effort. There is another faction of the industry that certainly wants to continue with the branding and such that we see in the cow-calf business. And I know talking to folks from Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, those cattle leaders, their phones are ringing off the hook while this meeting was going on. And that policy now complete. They're sticking with that voluntary plan, but urging folks to step up their ID type of efforts, particularly with those cattle that are 18 months of age and older, and dairy cattle and the like. But it's not going with a mandatory program, which was a fear for, I think, a lot of folks in cattle country.
It's very interesting. Well, maybe you can bring us back a couple names that Advanced Trading and ATI Pro Media could interview. Always looking for people smarter than us. And Don, that's not too hard to find. So real quick, policy, DC, anything else? I can tell people the markets here as we finish the show, but anything happening in Washington, DC?
We had a tax bill. It came through out of the House overwhelmingly, but it's going to have a big lift going over to the Senate. Particularly, the Republican leadership are pushing back on that Senate bill. They don't like really how much it's going to cost. There's a child care provision in there that got it through the House. I'm not sure they're going to have the same kind of luck in the Senate. So that's one thing to be paying attention to. And we have to keep looking at what's going on with that appropriation process. We run out of money again when we start getting into March 1st and March 8th. So there's got to be a lot of work done here in these next 30 days.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And with that, interest rates were going down. They exploded higher this morning. We had an unemployment number moving to financials. Facebook, Meta, up 20% today. Could you imagine if we said corn and beans were up 20% today? Unbelievable, Don, what the price action, these NASDAQ stocks. Real quick before we let you go, Mr. Wick, Don Wick from the Red River Farm Network, of course. We what are you hearing about AI and cattle? Anything? And not AI getting them pregnant, AI or any artificial intelligent technologies.
That was a big part of. They have like 3 general sessions at this meeting, and one, basically the whole session focused in on the issue of artificial intelligence. So it really tells you where the whole area is going as far as what technology is happening in the livestock sector. And again, on that trade show floor, the idea of being able to track that critter from birth all the way to the marketplace. It's now available. It's reality today, and we're going to be seeing more and more of that technology at play in this business.
Unbelievable. I'm going to go full screen to you. Tell everyone what your name is, where you're from, how they get a hold of you, and we will see them next time when you get done with that, good sir.
Got it. Don Wick, Red River Farm Network. Again, we're coming to you today from the Cattle Industry Convention and Trade Show. We're going to be heading across the street for the American Sugar Beet Growers Association meeting before this weekend is complete. You can find us online at rrfn.com. Sign up for our e-newsletter there as well. Thanks, Tommy.
See you, buddy. Stay safe.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.